Hey, so I mentioned last week and at the end of the week when I guess when I was talking about when I did the video in my car. Anyway, that I got Invisalign on my teeth, and I'm wearing them right now. See, right there. I thought I would talk about it real quick because it is a thing that's going on. I had a lot of people asking questions about it. I'll do a little bit of an unboxing kind of thing. For anybody who has questions about it, who's maybe been considering it, I know a lot of people have already done it, so this is probably old news to a lot of people, but thought I would share my experience because why not? That's what this channel's for. No, I did Invisalign many years ago. My teeth have always been crooked. Actually, my bottom teeth, not so bad. My bottom teeth aren't so bad. My top teeth have always been a little bit messed up, which is a bummer because that's what you see when I smile. But no, I somehow managed to escape getting braces when I was a kid. My sister had to get them. Most people get them when they're kids. I had to have a couple of teeth pulled, like baby teeth pulled to make room. I remember that was a deal. But anyway, I wound up not having to get them when I was a kid. So when I was maybe 30, in my early 30s, I decided to do the Invisalign thing. The whole story is I wore them for, what was it, 16 months or something like that. And it worked. My teeth got straight. In fact, this tooth right here is kind of chipped, but it's crooked. So the little chip part is actually flat. And then when it straightened, I was like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber. I had this big thing taken out of my tooth. So I had to get that bonded. Most of that tooth isn't even real anymore. I should just get a crown on it. Anyway, they did get straight. And then what happened was I had to get a crown on one of my back teeth. And the retainer that I was given didn't fit anymore. So I had to buy a new retainer. And they were like $300 or $400 to do that. And I just couldn't afford to do it at the time. So I was like, they'll stay where they are, no problem. No, they did not stay where they were. I mean, this was like 3 or 4 months after I finished doing Invisalign. I couldn't wear the things anymore. So they were not even remotely set. And yeah, I mean, in no time whatsoever, they went right back where they were. Big, huge waste of money. So I've always wanted to do it again, and I'm kind of finally financially at a place where I can afford to do it again. So here we go. This time I'm not going to let them go back the way they were. I'm going to let them stay. It's, by the way, I've had a lot of people asking about it. It's like people up saying, well, your teeth aren't that crooked, calling it a vanity kind of thing. I really need to start turning this off before I get on here. Yes, of course I want my teeth to look nice, but also it's a bite thing. My jaw actually pops quite a bit when I eat. It's very embarrassing sometimes. Sometimes we'll be eating and my wife just kind of looks at me like, you know, because it's like a lot of noise. Anyway, so it's partly for that. Like when I bite down, it doesn't really count now because I'm wearing these things, but you can see there's a gap right there. Like there's a hole in my teeth where they don't close all the way. So sometimes when I bite into things, I can't quite bite all the way through them. It's stuff like that. But anyway, I'm doing it. So this would be, what, the 8th day? Because I got them last Monday and today's Tuesday of the next week. And since I've done it before, I kind of knew to expect this, but for anybody who doesn't know, it takes your mouth a while to get used to wearing them, obviously. When I first had them in last week and I recorded that video, so many of you were like, I couldn't tell, you sound perfectly normal to me. I could totally tell. Like watching it later, I sounded like this. To me anyway. And in fact, what video was it? Was it Monday's video? Anyway, I actually recorded one of my channel videos with this in, and I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It was just too... Ugh. I was watching it later, and it's just the S sounds. I think that's what gets me, because the flow of the air is changed when I talk like this. I'll wear them for these, because whatever. But no, for my main channel videos, I'll take them out. Something I knew about this already because I'd already done it, but when you first put in a tray, first of all, you'll wear them for 2 weeks. So I will be changing out, I'll show you the trays in a second, but I'll be changing those out at the beginning of next week. For the first few days, it's torture. I almost would prefer to have like the wire, braces, the traditional braces that people wear, because yeah, you have to go into the dentist and they tighten them, and yeah, it's like, oh, for a few days after that. But the thing about this is you have to take them out to eat. So every time you put them back in, it's like it's crunching those bones again. And it's, I mean, literally you pop it in, it's like, oh, there's just this moment of wow, because it's just gnarling your teeth together. But that lasts for 2 or 3 days. I was bombarding myself with ibuprofen. And by the way, so like, you know, I get canker sores because that's why I do the canker boy thing. But anytime I go to the dentist, there's a lot of trauma in there that happens. And I can usually wind up with a canker sore too. So in the process of getting these things put in, the dentist was practically like a jackhammer in my mouth, putting them in there. And then I'm wearing these things. And you can actually, I'm not going to show you because it's kind of gross, but you can actually see a line on the inside of my lip where the top of this thing has like rubbed up against it. So there's a lot of, like I said before, getting used to these things, wearing them. Your mouth kind of has to toughen up a little bit. So last week wasn't too fun. I was taking a whole lot of ibuprofen and not a fan, but at this point I can pop them in and out and it's like nothing. It doesn't bother me at all. So it's going to be like that through the rest of this week. Next Monday I'm going to put new ones in and the torture starts all over again. I think there are 20 of these. Yeah, there's 20 of these that I'm going to be going through over the next 18 months. So it's going to be the middle of 2020 before it's going to be the end of 2020 before I finish this. Wow. What have I gotten myself into? Did I really want to do this? Anyway. But I thought I would show you how this, you know, what comes in this thing. It's actually a lot nicer than it was when I first signed up for it years ago, this whole packaging. First of all, I get a little tray that I carry it around on. You can sort of see the little logo right there. There it is. Opens up. You just pop them in there. And slides in your pocket. You carry it around. When you take them out to eat, I usually, if there's a bathroom nearby, I go and do it in the bathroom. I kind of rinse them out a little bit. They do stink like crazy. And it's just kind of gross because you got all the saliva in your mouth and everything. If you do it at the table, it's like, you just got this gummy, it's like the xenomorph from Alien stuff coming off of it. But you carry this around with you. You put them in there. You click it, and it fits in your pocket pretty easily. But this is how it came inside this little thing. You open it up like this. It's a nice little box. It did not come in a box this nice before. But it's got a little thing here that shows you how to take care of it and everything. This package that I was just showing you. And it comes with these cleaning crystals. I don't know how often you're supposed to use these. And the funny thing is, it doesn't anywhere tell you exactly how to use it. I mean, I only assume you put it in water, almost like the denture stuff. And I tried it. It seemed to work. What seems to work the best is just taking them out with a toothbrush and just cleaning them like you would anything else. So back inside here, there's like other instructions with different languages and stuff. Anyway, it's a neat little box. But I started with 3 of them. So here are the different aligners. You can see them inside there. And so here's the first one. And yeah, this doesn't have any information on me. No, it doesn't. Okay. But anyway, so these are my next 3. I'll be putting this one on next week. And then 2 weeks later, I'll be putting this one on. And then you go back to the dentist. They check you out. They make sure everything's cool. And then you get a new set. But anyway, that's been my experience so far. It's kind of gross when you take them out, really slobbery. You got to make sure and clean them because there's like this film that sort of gets gunked up in there. And I posted something on Twitter about this because like right after they put it on, one of the first things she said was, "Oh, by the way, you can't drink coffee while you're wearing these." And I was like, that's what you think. Ain't no way I'm going to stop drinking coffee because of these. So basically what I've been doing, and the reason for that is because normally coffee stains your teeth. There's a lot of stuff that stains your teeth. Sodas, they stain your teeth. But if you don't have something like this in, it kind of, your saliva kind of washes it all out. It doesn't like stay on your teeth that much anyway. But with this, all that stuff just kind of like gets, it's like a reservoir. It just kind of like gums up in there and it stays on your teeth all day long. And apparently a lot of people, according to this dentist anyway, people wear these things and they just wind up getting tons of cavities, especially along the gum line, and they wind up screwing up their mouths way worse than they were before. My mouth is screwed up enough as it is, so I'm going to try to avoid that. But what I have been doing is, you know, I'll drink a little coffee and then I have some water with me, and I just kind of like swish out with water. You know, I just kind of like alternate between sips. And when I drink coffee in the morning, sometimes I'll have a little breakfast or a little something, so I have to take them out for that anyway. And I drink as much coffee as I can while they're out, and then pop them back in. But anyway, so I'm cheating a little bit, but I'm trying to be as careful as I can about it. But anyway, that's it for that. I was just gonna like talk about the Invisalign thing. If you guys have done Invisalign and have an experience with that, you know, you can chat it up down below. I'm definitely going to wear the retainers this next time. I'm gonna make sure, and maybe I should go ahead and, well, I started saying maybe I should go ahead and buy the retainers, but the problem wasn't the last time that I didn't have the retainers, it's that I had to get some dental work done, which I think there's probably gonna have to be some. I may have to crown these front two teeth because, like I said, they're so jacked up from being crooked all these years. But anyway, that's been a whole thing. Before I close up, I wanted to thank everybody for the video that I did yesterday about Ron, about the fundraiser. Someday I'm going to have to stop being shocked by how awesome you guys are, and just accept that I have a really great, you know, audience of people that are really cool. So far, I had to select on the GoFundMe account a goal, and I didn't know what to put, so their standard goal was 1,000, so I'll just put 1,000 on there. Again, I'm going to match whatever comes into this thing. And it has already in one day gotten up to, I think it's 865. Actually, screw it, I'll take a look real quick. You guys don't mind, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, it's 865 right now. Already from you guys. And no, 870, new one just came in. Gosh, guys, thank you so much. I can't wait to be able to give this to the people at the end of the week. It is only going to go through Friday, so if you're considering it, I mean, you don't have to do it. I will love you no matter what. But I do want to call out some of the people just really quickly who did donate. So Ron was not a guy who believed in making a fuss over people doing the right things. I'm not Ron. I'm going to make a fuss. So Lisa Bowers, Ron Floyd, Hugh Thomas, Will Swenson, or Swenson, I never do say your name right. Enoch Linderman, Debbie Spurlock, John Savage, and Anonymous. There's a few Anonymouses in here. Sharon Swain, Simon Jenner, Daniel Miller, Brett Bumgarner. Sorry, Brett Bumgarner. Thank you, Brett. I'm sorry I murdered your name. Rick McKenzie, Ellen McDonald, James Gibbon. Thank you, sir. Thomas Borza, Paul Chalice, John Regal. A lot of these guys I'm seeing are Patreon supporters too, so my God, you guys are just amazing. Thomas Hawkins, Ramim Ramat, Angel Pastor, Dana Ferguson, Sebastian Koch, Jaroslav Stava, I think I said that right. Georgia Masterson was the one that just came in. Guys, oh my God, thank you so much. Like I said, I'm gonna match whatever you guys put into this, and I'm just overwhelmed. Thank you. If you haven't done it, like I said, you got to the end of the week. Friday, I believe, is when the benefit is, and that's when I'm gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna get the money to them for that. But anyway, I do appreciate it. I will put the link down below if you are interested, and I will leave you with that. So thank you guys. I'll come back with something else tomorrow. I'm just gonna keep checking in with you, and hopefully you like seeing my face. So anyway. Take care, you guys. I will see you soon. Love you. Peace.